Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd, and they're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Taylor will bring the Browns up 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. That's taken on the 25. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Find out.
2nd down, Bridgewater. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Bridgewater going deep downfield for Ross. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Play action. Now Taylor. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a former Buckeye back home. It's Carlos Hyde. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Jordan Evans in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the shotgun, it's Taylor going up top. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. They find some open field here. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Fire down. Delta. Hey, Winnie.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move as they face a 2nd down here. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Find out.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Flush to his right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, Taylor. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone. but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A first down throw for Bridgewater. He finds an opening past the 40. And Green with a catch left side. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Five down.
Play fake. Bridgewater. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. Room to run inside the 40. That's complete to John Ross. And finally taken down at the 15. They give him a gain of 38.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. On the sneak, it's Bridgewater. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Teddy Bridgewater with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's all the way up across the 40. And down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Taylor will bring the Browns up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. Gets it to Gordon. He got 29 yards that time.
And there's Tyrod Taylor doing what he does best. Look, he's taken a few lumps along the way, and some people haven't believed in him, but this is where he excels, outside of the pocket, making plays.
As prolific with his legs as any quarterback in the league?
I would say yes to that.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. They go play action. Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Taylor. From the gun, he'll throw. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Taylor now operating from the gun. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Taylor. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Delta. Set. Ready.
Bridgewater now on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Delta. So Delta. Set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Five down. Set. Ready. Ready. Check safety.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bryant. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Fire down, fire down. Set. Ready. Check 26, check. Ready. Max mine, max mine. Go Delta. Mike 51, Mike 51.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Carl Lawson in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Now Bullock to add the extra point. Bullock good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Taylor To throw on second down. He dumps it to Holly. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Penalty. It's Johnson. And an alley to run. And down to the 36-yard line here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. To throw on second down. Taylor hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he'll go down at the 28. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Looking to throw on second down. Taylor. He's got it to Hilton. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. First down, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Bridgewater now from the 50. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and at least more.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Ready?
Throwing again. Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Find out. Go Delta. Go Delta. Go Delta.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Find out. Go Delta.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He completes it to Bryant. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Go Delta. Go Delta. Go Delta. Ready.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
Taylor, throw left side, complete. It's Gordon. A good pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. On 2nd down, Taylor. And the catch made by Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pick up there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Slow.
Oh, Taylor going to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 57 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. Now Taylor going to lead his guys up to go for 2. Taylor being chased out left. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Taylor going to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Here's Bridgewater. Out left side here to Bryant. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Foul down.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Now the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17.
Foul down.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensive. Taylor hit. He lost the football. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.